for joining us for our CARW Sponsor Spotlight, where we highlight the sponsors and supporters of our organization and your industry. Today, we're joined by the Senior Economic Development Manager for Alliant Energy, Coleman Peiffer. Coleman, tell us a little bit about Alliant Energy.
Alliant Energy is an energy company that services parts of Iowa and also Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, we work safely, reliably, and efficiently to deliver natural gas and electricity to more than 500,000 rural customers across 35 of the state's 72 counties. We have been serving customers in Wisconsin and our communities for over a century, and our service area stretches from parts of southern, eastern, and central Wisconsin. Our largest areas being the Janesville, Beloit communities, Fond du Lac, and also Sheboygan. We don't just serve our customers, we also employ well over 1,700 Wisconsinites within Alliance operations in Wisconsin alone.
So when you talk about Alliant Energy, you're talking about service, you're talking about energy, and you're talking about real estate. Can you just describe a little bit more your specialty, your area of focus?
Yeah, so while we are known mostly for the commodity that we generate and sell, which is electricity and natural gas, Alliant has made significant investment in economic and community development. So in our economic development department, we are focused on helping retain and expand our existing customer base, but also attracting new businesses into the state. And that has allowed us to get innovative in ways that we help promote the attraction and expansion of business, from things as wide as owning real estate that we can then offer to a project to help create that opportunity, down to community partnerships where we're investing in communities to make them the more desirable place for a workforce to live and thrive.
So as a company and as an entity involved in real estate, what makes Alliant Energy unique?
From a utility standpoint, it's unique that we go above and beyond just the generation of energy and the cost that commodity is, that we are focused on not just investing in our communities, but really investing in the growth of business and industry. Taking a position of land equity so that we can offer land and control it for large users, creating some unique economic development websites that can highlight development opportunities in our communities and take on some of that financial burden that some of our smaller partners don't have due to budget constraints at the local level. We are taking the initiative to promote those smaller communities for opportunities so that we can grow in the rural parts of Wisconsin, which is primarily our customer bases in the rural area.
You touched on this a little bit in the last question, but more specifically, can you describe how you are continuing to deliver the value?
Yeah, I think our greatest value from the economic development side is our partnerships. So when I think of the state of Wisconsin, we're members of organizations like CARW. We partner with our local communities and our local county economic development organizations to bring not just the utility piece of where the utility lines are in the infrastructure and the generation of energy, but we also represent and are able to bring in quite a few businesses. From my role as the business attraction director for the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, I have relationships on a national level with some larger site selectors that represent lots of projects. We're able to get these smaller sites that maybe don't always end up on the radar in front of these individuals that they can then promote to their customers. And I think that's really where the value from Alliant Energy comes in, is our relationships, our networking, and our partnerships.
So looking back at 2020, can you describe what some of the biggest challenges were for your company and what you learned from going through that?
Yeah, I think as a company, one of the hardest things that we saw is we got to see what this pandemic, the direct impact it had on our customers. And these are, customers are residential, commercial, industrial. So we've seen the impact it had on business firsthand, of having to shut down for, a week, or 2 or months, going out of business. That's a direct revenue into our system, but it's a community that's hurting because they can't go to work. And we're seeing those businesses, and we see it on a firsthand. From a economic development standpoint, the restriction on corporate travel across the board throughout the United States really put a shift on how you promote sites and you promote buildings. And typically you would have a CEO or their chief real estate officer travel to come look at a site and meet the community and find out this is a place that they really want to expand into and be part of. And that was restricted. And it still has been for almost a year now, where people are unable to fly, come and see the site and see why Wisconsin really is one of the best states in the United States to do business. And it's the quality of our workforce and the quality of our people and how willing we all are to make sure that their business is as successful as they want it to be.
So looking forward then, from 2020 to 2021, what do you see as the largest opportunity for Alliant Energy in creating value for its customers and for our state and for our economy?
So I think one of the things Alliant has done really well during the last year has invested in new technologies, and we've gotten quite innovative in how we can show our value and help promote economic development in Wisconsin. And I think one of the largest opportunities for 2021 and 2022 is that we continue that trend and that we continue to position ourselves as a valuable partner to projects looking at Wisconsin. But more importantly, we want to become the lead agency, that when a company is looking at Wisconsin and has questions, that they can reach out to us and we can help them understand the business environment, the real estate value, the tax advantages, the tax incentives, all the things that go into the decision making of a company where they locate. We are in a prime position to become a lead agency because of our partnerships, but really because of our knowledge of our team and our staff and the work that we've put in during the last year.
And I love that you're looking ahead even to 2022. So our final question, if we were to take one thing and remember that about Alliant Energy, what would that one thing be?
It's that we are more than just a utility provider. While we generate megawatts to turn your lights on, to turn the equipment on, we are focused on communities and economic development because it's as important as being able to generate the power. So when you think of Alliant Energy, don't just think of us as the utility provider, but we are a resource for your company, for your clients, for your customers, and we can provide a valuable service in helping them find their next location, but also understand why Wisconsin should ultimately be where they do business.
Coleman Peiffer, Senior Economic Development Manager for Alliant Energy. Thank you so much for your partnership, for your support of the organization, and support for the commercial real estate industry. Thank you.
Thank you.